you have always had my back, like 100%. And being a woman and having that man, knowing that that man is going to support you and love you all the way through. And even if something gets in the way, you're going to be there to say, it's okay. Gives me even more strength knowing that you got my back.
I always got your back, babe.
And I know that, right? I know that. And for quite some time now, I've been hearing selfish. Like I've been hearing selfish. Like God's like selfish. Like, you know, just like every once in a while, like, and I'm like, where is this coming from? So then I start digging deep and I start looking in the box, right? Like I'm looking in the box and I'm like, okay, am I being selfish with people around me? Do I do things for people because I expect something in return? And really just self-reflecting and looking in the mirror. And I never got yes, like that's where you're being selfish, right? And it's like really tuning into your heart, because we, and only we, right? Like only I know my deepest, darkest secrets, right? And only I know if I do things to be kind, expecting something in return. Only I know that.
Right.
So then I asked myself, okay, Sonia, you know, you did this for this person. Did it come, was it pure, or are you expecting something in return?
Right. And
I would always get back, no, right? So while I'm having this conversation with God and going through all my healing, my process, you know, I realize, and this broke me when I realized this, that I was being selfish with you. You know, and that was hard to swallow. And I realized that, like, I love you and I just want to be with you and the kids. And when you came to me, because God's like, he started pointing shit out to me because I heard Miguel. And I'm like, my husband? Like the man that I love, the man that like I don't understand. He's like, yeah, that's who you're being selfish with. And I'm like, like I felt so bad. I felt gross. Like I felt shame and yeah, I felt shame. And then he brought up the conversation when you came to me about joining, you know, moving forward with another jiu-jitsu competition. And when you brought that up to me, I was like, how? Like, how is that going to happen? Because this is a big competition. And I'm thinking to myself, the first thing that I thought is, but that's going to be more time away from me. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, I'm just starting my coaching business. Like, wait a minute. Like, yeah. We don't know how that's going to look. We don't know. And these are the thoughts and doubts that are coming to me. Yeah. And God, and then I hear you, right? Because I'm in the bedroom in my prayer room and I hear you with Joey and you guys are just playing and and I know you're an amazing dad. Like, I know that. I talk about it. So when I start hearing, God's like showing me other times where you've come to me with something. And the first thing that came to me was, but that's taking time away from me. I'm like, you selfish mother, right? Like, seriously. And I'm like, instead of being like, you know what, babe? Hell yeah. I got you. Like, let's do this. We'll figure it out. It's like the conversations that you tell me.
I know.
I'm going to sell Trust Inc. And I'm going to build a coaching business. And you're looking at me like, what the never. You're like, whatever makes you happy. But exactly. So I'm like swallowing all this and I'm starting to feel like crap and just, you know, and I'm like, I owe this man, my man, an apology. and I call you to the room and we're laying on the bed and I start pouring my heart to you and you're like, babe, you are not selfish. I'm like, what did I tell you?
You're like, just let me get this out or something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, this is true. Like,
yeah.
You don't know my heart. Like, you don't know where this is stemming from because as soon as you tell me something like, oh, I want to do this, I'm thinking about myself, like time away from me, like time you're taking from me. Right. And so, I just want to tell you again, and I wanted to share this with our listeners because it's going to help someone out there have a breakthrough in their relationship.
Thanks, man.
So I'm sorry. And I told you, when I brought you to the room, I laid it all out for you. And I told you, whatever you want to do, like, I fucking got you. Like, we'll make it happen like we always do. It's like you and I, not against the world, but leading.
Taking over the world.
No.